Thank you so much for checking out this free video. If you don't mind, please click like. Now, the first thing we got to talk about is Seth Rollins. Because, Filthy, you watched the entire Raw show?
I did.
All right, tell us what happened in the main event segment with Seth.
Okay, well, first, I'll go over what happened in the opening segment, which was basically just Rollins coming out. He did a promo. He had the Vision along with him, Bronson, Paul. Talked about how great they all are individually. But then he started talking about how great he is, how he did everything essentially on his own because he's so great, this and that. So, the main event of the show was Jey Uso taking on LA Knight against our friend Dark Phillip. And that match was won by CM Punk. So CM Punk
he is the number one contender.
Yeah, CM Punk pinned Jey Uso after the GTS. It was a good match, good action, three-way main event with these guys. LA Knight seemingly had Punk pinned after BFT, but Jey Uso pulled him from the ring, threw him into the steps to continue the feud that they've been having. And then he went in the ring and Punk grabbed him, hit the GTS, pinned him. And as Punk celebrated, Rollins' music hit. Braun Breaker ran down. He speared Jey in the aisleway, looked at CM Punk. Then he ran around the ring, speared LA Knight on the floor. He and Bronson Reed beat down Punk in the ring. He speared Punk. All this went on as Rollins watched on, along with Heyman. Reed then gave Punk a tsunami. The four of them celebrated together. The credits ran. They thanked Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting. And
all right, we don't need all
Braun Breaker broke free, speared Seth Rollins, stood over him. Crowd's going crazy. They're barking. He gets in Bronson Reed's face, and he says, you got a choice to make. You're either with me or you're not. So Reed kind of looks around, and he walks over. He grabs Rollins, drags him to position, crushes him with a tsunami. And then Braun Breaker grabs Paul Heyman by the tie, and he tells him, you have a choice to make. You're either with me or you're not. When he was saying this was off the microphone. So you're either with me or you're not. He walked over. He grabbed the title from Seth Rollins' grasp, held it over him, and Paul Heyman held up the arms of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to end the show.
All right. Well, I got to mention something here, and this is right now, as of this moment, this is entirely speculation, okay? But Friday, the Observer came out with these teams for Survivor Series. Remember this?
Yeah.
And they were like weird.
Yeah.
But I was like thinking about it, and I was kind of starting to figure out, okay, you know what? I can kind of see where, at least for the men's team, this might be going.
There was
the women's team, I'm not sure.
There was a
standout on each team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody added that I could not believe my eyes.
Okay, so this was Friday, all right? Now, if you've been watching the show, I mean, they've been planting a seed for a while. Like, Seth is always in the back. He's got his stupid outfit on, his dumb glasses. And you could just, look at Braun Breaker. He's just staring a hole in the sky. He hates this idiot. So, they've been teasing that this was going to happen for a while. And then on the Crown Jewel show, they did an angle where Paul, he tells the guys, tonight, if Seth Rollins gets on that top rope and he beckons to the back for help, you guys stay here. And the guys are kind of like, huh? And Paul Heyman leaves, and then Braun says, what if Cody wins? And Paul steps back into frame, and he goes, I think we both know what's going to happen if that happens. Basically, the first time Seth screws up, we're killing this guy, okay? So they do the match, and Seth wins, okay? Now, if you've been watching the show of late, they don't do anything quick. So the show ended, and I was like, all right, Seth Rollins won. He saved his spot in the Shield.
He punched Cody with the watch that
yeah.
Cody had gifted him at WrestleMania.
But the point is, it's clear, all right, he saved his spot, and down the road, though, this guy's dead. He's going to screw up somehow. They're going to kill him, okay? I woke up this morning, he's already dead. So I thought, that seems awfully fast. Like, what's going on here?
And on the show, they were talking about Seth Rollins mentioned they have been in control for 6 months. They've been in control of Raw for 6 months. That's really not that long.
No, not by modern standards. So anyway, I don't know if this is what happened, okay? But there was a picture that came out. Some fan saw Seth Rollins in Perth, and he was in a sling, okay? Now, we have to deal with the boy who cried wolf because, of course, the last time Seth allegedly had an injury, he was faking it, okay? Now, the last time, we knew a day or two later what the real story was. So I presume we're going to know in a day or two about this injury. But if you remember the match with Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, for reasons I cannot explain.
I mean, it was an awesome move. I'm like, hell yeah, that was sweet. But
Seth decided that he was going to do not a coast-to-coast dropkick, a coast-to-coast headbutt.
With Cody in the Tree of Woe.
With Cody in the Tree of Woe. He landed on his side. Like, the first thing I thought was, you either screwed up your elbow or you separated your shoulder, dude. Like, that was a really stupid thing to do. And he grabbed his arm and, like, and of course, why? I mean, it could be selling or whatever. But, I mean, I saw that move and I thought, that was a really stupid thing to do. I hope you didn't get hurt. And they do the whole match and everything. They get through it. Then I find out today the guy's got his arm in a sling. So I'm not saying that this is what happened for sure, but I think we'll know very soon. I think there's a chance he hurt himself in that match. And so they decided, we're going to just rush this turn. We'll have these guys murder him. Braun can give him a bunch of spears. Bronson's tsunami almost always puts people out of action for a while. Put this guy on the shelf so he can heal. They probably were going to do the turn maybe at Survivor Series or the day after Survivor Series and just figured, let's move it up. Let's pull the trigger. Let's pull this trigger on this young guy. Maybe that's what they thought after watching that stupid Javon Leon Slater match. Don't even get me going. Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.